What?
Just
Kobe
too
To
much.
talk a
Bryant?
little Kobe Bryant.
Why are we gonna talk about Kobe Bryant? What
Because the
hell?
Interbay figures, the thing we have in the works. Are we not
Oh
telling people just
yeah.
yet?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm
Okay. So
interested in that.
this was fun. This was fun. Thank you, Marco. This was really fun. So, um, oh, this was fun. What was it, Saturday? Saturday, I'm working on 3D printing stuff. I'm like washing resin. Like when you do that, like you kind of not supposed to touch anything because it's like toxic chemicals, whatever. And I see a message on my phone pop up. My phone's on the desk, and it's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be selling this Kobe Bryant dirt cheap. Zach, do you want it?" And I was like, "Okay, cool. Like I'll get to that here in a second." And then I see like literally Dean, like maybe within a minute, 2 minutes, a message pop up in the Patreon chat, like, "Yo, I got these figures super cheap. One's a Kobe Bryant." And
It
I'm
was
like,
disgraceful,
it was disgraceful,
bro.
right? Our friend Eric, it was disgraceful.
Because
Bunch of
Eric
ultras
asked,
out there, too.
Eric asked us, because we have a chat that we've had for years,
Probably 6
and
years,
we
probably.
always ask each other 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And so he asked us, and you weren't in the chat, and I was like, I think Zach said something about wanting another NBA player, so you should ask Zach. So he
Yeah.
tagged you literally less than a minute, and then he just went to the Patreon chat, and I was like, you didn't
So-
even give him a
Started
chance
bidding
to
war.
answer.
The Patreon chat starts blowing up, and Marco's first to claim it, then Equan, then Danny. And so by the time I wash my hands, like, dry off, like, I'm like fifth in line at this point. I went from first to fifth. And so I'm like, well, how much are you even asking? Because you're just there's no photos, like, you're just putting this out there. And he's like, oh, I want, like, what do you say, like 450? And I'm like, bro, ain't no way. I literally said it in the Patreon chat, like, bro, absolutely not. Like, that's like, retail prices. And not only that, but like even lately, you've been able to get them cheaper, right? That they're making different Kobe Bryant versions. So like this one isn't even the most recent one, or even the most
think-
like complete version, I think.
Yeah, they reissued that set a few
yeah, he
times
did.
at this point.
Yeah,
I know. I
and
didn't mean to trigger you already, John.
So Marco starts a chat, which I don't know if Eric knows this. He doesn't listen to the show anyways. He's a fake fan. Marco starts a chat with me, Danny, Equan, and we start like thinking like, bro, like what the hell? And Marco starts putting all this data. Of course, Marco being the data guy, is like, bro, there was one that sold for $260 in July.
Yeah.
So
You
I'm
got to
like,
go
well,
to
I
the
mean,
StockX recently sold.
yeah,
Come
I'm
on.
like, I mean, 260 is kind of like where I'm at now. Like, this is a used figure, right? Like, it's been in Eric's dusty ass closet for like 2 years. You know what I mean? And so eventually Equan backs out. Equan's like, nah, bro, you're asking way too much. And I'm
And he's
Marco
the doctor.
messages- yeah, he's the doctor, right? Marco asked me, and he's like, bro, like, do you want to split this set? It's basically 2 complete figures, right?
Because I've only wanted the young Kobe. Like the older one would be nice to have, but I want the young one.
So I'm thinking like, yeah, like I kind of just wanted the older one anyways. Like TBH, like to me, I like, young Kobe is iconic, but to me, like when I was growing up watching basketball, it was always like bald Kobe, like old Kobe, Black Mamba Kobe. And so I was like, yeah, like that actually works pretty well. So Marco's like, yeah, I just want the dunk hands. And that turned into Marco somehow getting 5 of the hands. I didn't realize all those were dunk hands, Marco.
Wow.
And then,
I
all
mean,
these things.
you ended up with the ball, so I think
That's
it was
true,
an
ball's
equitable
life.
exchange.
So now Zach finally has 2. So
How dare you? I have 3 now.
this was
Because I have the LeBron game with the ball.
this
too,
all
so-
happened today.
No, this was over the weekend, but we got it for a
Oh.
great deal. It was
You
like
guys
250.
haven't always had 3 balls?
My joke was ruined.
Well, I had 1, and
grow
then
up
I
near
got
a
the
power
LeBron,
plant,
then I had
so.
2, and then I got the Kobe, and I have 3.
I need to go see a doctor. Also,
I was about to say, does anybody work?
Carlos.
Yeah, so we ended up getting it for $250, which was a pretty good price. It was less than StockX, and then when me and Marco split it, it was like $100 each almost.
So who gets the box?
Now that's the thing. He was like, the box is going to be really expensive. He was like basically making up all these excuses about the box. And I was like, well, I kind of wanted the box.
That's 'cause
And
you
he's
want-
like, well,
yeah.
he was like, I'm going to sell it to my cousin. And I'm like, well, do we get the money from the box? Like, we're buying the figure and you're fucking selling the box. Like, the price was for everything. Now you're selling the box.
Yeah.
And
Eric
yeah,
does
he
that.
said no. Yeah, he's a weird guy. He's a weird guy. And the weirdest thing is he kept
Throwing
apologizing
him under
to
the
us.
bus on here after he made us a
kept
great deal.
apologizing to us. Well, he
You
doesn't
should have-
listen anyways.
You
He
actually
doesn't
should have. You should have called him a weird guy after he shipped it to you.
Yeah, true. He hasn't shipped yet. We've paid
Yeah,
and
we
he
did.
hasn't shipped. So.
Yeah, we did pay
Okay.
PayPal friends and
Okay,
family.
I just wanted to say, Equan said $250 for the set. Damn, Eric tried to rip me off. And then he
What?
said, I set Eric straight. I think he saw the light. Dude, he he came to the
Y'all-
chat and was like, dude, Equan's coming for me in my DMs.
Y'all are brutal negotiators. I'm finding out. I'm so nice. I'll just be like, oh yeah, I'll pay that. Like you guys are freaking.
That's not true. I've
Cutthroat.
tried to sell you several things. You're like, no, that's not cheap enough. I'm like, bro, it's $100 shipped.
You know, I meant to actually get that at OxCon. That was my bad. The Bruce banner. So OxCon 23, save it for me.
I hear you're looking for the
I'm trying to
Terminator
sell it
set.
today.
Damn, John, I am. Let's make a deal after Christmas though.
No, wrong show, buddy.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the doll collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
Should we lock in the artillery power?
This is the true form of floor gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm John.
And I'm Marco.
Welcome to this week's special episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
Special episode. What was
Well, Ben's
that
not
about?
here. It's a special episode.
Thanwant goodness, finally got rid of
Wow.
that freaking guy.
Okay, well, we want to thank our friends.
I'm just
over-
kidding. I don't know why I said special.
We want to thank our friends over at 1/6 Corner for
So many
sponsoring
comments.
this special episode of Collecting Weekly.
Wow,
Use
we-
code CW10 during our live recording for 10% off all in-stock items. That's capital C, capital W, 10.
I'm just happy we don't have to talk Star Trek.
Oh man. Well, that Dean. Speaking of that special sponsorship, we may be unsullied by sponsorship soon. I don't know what's going on over there. A place for collecting. Carlos says Doc Brown looks better than Cloud. I don't know about that. We got Toy Mafia,
Cloud didn't come with
Tukatri,
a cardboard.
Duck Collector, Jazzy, Carlito, Lane Kramer, Thor Gaming, Mr. Mom Collectibles, Rainer, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Absolute Irwin, Gilbert, David Jones, Hold My Balls, Equan, Jason Nelson, Pablo Mesa, King Ding, Jazzy 450, Bob Dylan. Equan says 250 for the set. Damn, Eric tried to rip me off. Pablo says he went from 420 to 250. Well, Pablo made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
That's that
It was-
Oxfather clout right there.
It was fantastic. There we go. Joe P says I couldn't miss this Doc Brown chat. Yeah, it's gonna be spicy.
It's figure of the year for me.
Lane says Ben's not here. You should have had me come on to disagree, John. Lane, I would have loved to have you on, but I wasn't able to ask you in time, and I don't like asking people last minute. Dean, we have a very special segment that all of the best shows start out with.
That's true. Are you ready?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Yeah. What'd you get in this week? I got some figures. I went out after Thanksgiving that weekend and looked around and found some stuff. So I got the Jax. Is it still Jax Pacific or is it just Jax? But the Silver the Hedgehog and E123 Omega. Both very expensive on the secondhand market. I didn't think I was going to find them at retail, but I did. I found them at H-E-B for $10 each, so that was fucking dope. And then I went to GameStop. We had seen an order for the Umbra Trooper, the Black Series, Zach, at GameStop.com, and it was on sale, and then it was free in-store pickup, so... yeah, it was only like $18 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I got one of those. So when I went to go pick it up, they had the what's his name? Not Scourge. Is it Scourge?
The Commando.
Yeah, the Republic Commando. there's 4 of them. I forgot which one it is. But anyway, they had him, and he was, or I had if you're a member at GameStop, the power up points, you get $5 every month to spend on whatever you want. It doesn't stack, but if you go in once a month and buy something, you get $5 off. I don't know if you guys knew that. I didn't until recently. So yeah, he was.
I do that, but their fucking pre-orders take forever, and every time I go in there, there's never anything I want. And when there is something I want, they're like, "Oh, you can't use it because it's expired." I'm like, "Well, what the fuck? Like, I couldn't use it when I put a pre-order. I can't use it on like this other shit. I can't stack them." Like,
I think people might just not like you.
That might be that actually.
Because so it was only $20. That was cool. And then Rainer was nice enough to find me a statue of Sylvanas from the World of Warcraft. Unfortunately, it's janky as fuck. It turned out to be a bootleg.
This king thing on the right.
Yeah, Lich King.
I thought it was Uch King. I was like,
I think that was the expansion, Wrath of the Lich King or something. But anyway, it's
so
cool.
How do you know it's a bootleg?
It's definitely a fucking bootleg. One of her legs doesn't even touch the base. She's supposed to be like walking. But Rainer has one, and he has a real one, and it doesn't look anything like his. But I had mentioned how much I liked his. He was like, "Oh, I'll find you one." So it wasn't very expensive, so it's not the end of the world. But she's on my desk anyway. But yeah, that's what I got into this week. What about you guys?
Yeah, so this is one that I had my eye on for a while. So I found it on eBay before I was really familiar with 1/6 kit, and I had messaged him. I was like, "Hey, do you have any like discount codes? Because this sculpt is $80 before all the fees, and like that's way more than I'd ever want to spend." But yeah, he just messaged me back, no, straight up no. And at first I was like, F this guy, but since I've heard so many positive things, and I pre-ordered my Joker with him, so. Wanted to give it a second chance. It came really quickly, and I'm like super blown away by the quality of this. Now, I wish I had more info for you on what exactly the sculpt is or who it's from, but all it says is custom 1/6 scale, battle damage version, John Bernthal, Punisher, Frank Castle head sculpt. And that's it. Like, it was really hard to find reviews. I think I found
checked
one.
All the boxes.
Yeah,
that's how my hashtags go for YouTube Shorts. I'm just
there
fucking
you
throwing
go.
shit out there left and right.
We'll see what'll stick. But yeah, so ultimately, I think it looks honestly, it looks really good. This look I wanted for a while, ever since I ended up adding that Daredevil from the Netflix series. So his figure is just a little bit more expensive than I wanted to spend on it. But yeah, I think ultimately it looks good. He doesn't really have a neck, so Gigi was kind of talking her shit. She's like,
Jesus Christ, I didn't notice until you said that.
Yeah, right. So, but I was like, it kind of like fits.
Either,
it looks like that's right. No neck crew, so he's part of it. But overall, pretty happy with it.
So, what do you mean he doesn't have a neck? Like when you take the Hot Toys head off, the neck comes with it, or I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, so it's one solid piece, right? He comes with a head sculpt, but it's more of like it's a video game figure. So I have some additional necks, and like I tried a bunch of different neck accessories. Nothing really looked quite right, so I kind of figured like, if I put it on, to me it does the job. To me, it's like a pretty sweet look, but other folks may notice
someone
the
could
no
3D
neck.
print that.
Oh, that's a good. Okay,
that would be a cool thing. I don't think I've ever seen that.
That would be awesome.
Like
okay.
just like a neck piece and the painted black.
That would be sick. Okay, let's definitely chat
we'll
about
into
that. I'll send you some. Appreciate that, man.
I gotta say though, Marco, your pose here is a little rough. To be honest, this wouldn't bode well for
everything about this photo is stressing me out. Everything.
Yeah, I don't
all right, John, tell me
I'm
what's
the fact that you purchased this figure. Period, is stressing me out.
So I already had the figure. I just bought the head sculpt. That was it.
Okay.
But what is?
Well, the head sculpt's not bad, to be honest. But
okay. Just the fact that I got the Punisher War Machine. You're not a big
yeah,
fan
like
of it.
it's just something's not sitting well.
Okay. Yeah,
it's the
maybe
head on the neck.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's literally not sitting well. But this is one of my favorite figures. Honestly, I think the paintwork's beautiful.
Yeah.
I was told in the Patreon chat that I always skip Tukatri's name. So, Tukatri, you have my apologies.
Did it, Marco, to ask you, it came with a portrait, correct? Like of a regular.
It does come with a portrait, but it's not necessarily lifelike because it's based on a video game. So
okay.
So it comes with the helmet. It comes with the portrait. The portrait's actually pretty beautiful, but I wanted John Bernthal representation. So this was my attempt at it.
No, the John portrait's beautiful, definitely.
Definitely. So I didn't have too much this week, but I did finish painting like 90% of the Minas Tirith battle box that I got from Games Workshop a few weeks ago, and I think they came out pretty good. I got invited to play at a local tournament, but I don't even know how to play the game, so I'm probably not going to go to a tournament. That's my first experience playing the game. But yeah, so this came out really good, and I have some more photos on the CWIG if you guys want to check those out. And then I've just been doing more printing, so I printed a T-Rex skull. Been really having a lot of fun with the filament printing, and apparently, like, this is a part of a file for a whole skeleton, so that might be a print project to print a whole 1/20th scale skeleton. So maybe stay tuned for that. We are doing hot seat tonight. Marco, you have your 1 minute, so whenever during the show you want to use that, you let me know. And you have 1 minute to kind of go on your soapbox there.
Sounds good.
But we're starting tonight with the Hot Toys Christmas Showcase 2022 from December 10th to the 25th. Now, this is the details here. It's going to be fans will be able to get up close to the sophisticatedly crafted, I don't know if that's a word, crafted 1/6 scale collectible figures that are displayed in Singapore for the first time, along with the adorable Cosbaby, and be able to pre-order Iron Man 2 1/6 scale Neon Tech Iron Man suit with suit up gantry. What's more, the latest Hot Toys collectibles, including Toy Story, Cosbaby, Black Panther Cosbaby, and more, will be available at this pop-up store. Stay tuned for more updates. Again, that's 10 December to the 25th in Funan, number 01-04. So I don't know that we're going to see anything new there, but typically they do have some great photos of things that are still on pre-order, still in production. And of course the Neon Tech Iron Man 2, which we've seen a while ago that we hadn't ever actually seen up go over pre-order. It looks like that's going to be the event that you could get that at. Is anyone here excited for that figure if it does come to the United States, or
no?
We all kind of skipping on that one?
Not for me, for sure.
Which one was that, Zach?
The Neon Tech gantry with, I think it's the Mark IV.
Yeah. No. It's different, but yeah, no, not personally. I'm not willing to drop that much on that piece.
Gotcha. Well, let's move on then. So Asmus, we have a very short news cycle this week, but Asmus teased their Boromir. They've said this one's going to be sub 200. I'll be honest, not the biggest Boromir fan, but this, John, we've said it before. I feel like Asmus has like really high highs with really low lows. I don't know. There's something that I don't love here.
I think it's just the photography.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's certainly, I don't think will be as good as their Gandalf. Obviously not. It's not a part of their premium sort of Crown series. I think this is going to just be a regular release. But with everything that we've seen from them thus far, I hope it is going to be better. But this photo here doesn't inspire a tremendous amount of confidence. They did say, and we mentioned this a few weeks ago, they would be keeping this one sub 200, as the Crown Series price point is not going to be their regular price point at $400. But yeah, this one does look a little bit rough. Dean, you're into Lord of the Rings. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I always loved Boromir growing up. He was such a great character. I just don't really have a ton of faith in Asmus. I mean, I guess their last Gandalf the White was pretty fucking good, so it gives me a little hope that this will be decent. I don't know. This doesn't really scream Boromir on that profile.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. This is pretty not good.
Yeah.
See how it turns out.
He has a very specific.
I don't think that he does.
No. I'm saying like Boromir, like what's the actor's name? Like he's got a very like defined features. Like this looks too generic to me. Like if this was like Gondor Soldier B, like sure, right? Yeah. This isn't fucking Boromir to me. Captain of the fucking White Guard. Are you kidding me? I don't love it. I also don't love this. Asmus is showing, or Interbase showing their Steph Curry All-Star. This one's $299, which is the price point of all of their latest wave of NBA figures. This one's coming out December 2022. He does include the 3-point shootout ball, the Mountain Dew ball, which I don't remember that being a thing, and then also a standard ball. I think with talking with Equan and Marco about this figure, I think it's a lot of Steph Curry coming out at once.
Yeah.
I think this is like their third one that's currently available, and I do understand he's probably one of the better players of our generation, if not ever. But 3 figures at once is pretty insane.
And I think they realize that because if you buy it directly from them, it's already discounted. I think it's already like 15%
it's like
off
on pre-order
something.
with a discount already.
Yeah, so they're probably like, damn, this one's going to sit for a minute.
Yeah.
I am not reading Steph Curry in this face.
At all.
I
Not
don't
even
think
a
it looks
little
like
bit.
him
It's his
even
little
a little
cousin.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Butter chicken
Yeah,
curry.
maybe Stephen Fry.
not feeling this one. Like I said, it's a short news week. We had to put what we got. Present toys, to show you the more perfect expression of Scissorhands, we upgraded the head sculpture this time. The new pictures will be shown with the film photo and the figure. Thanks again for your support. Please discuss. I think it's interesting, John. We always talk about how intense the competition is among first-party figures, Hot Toys, and art, things like that. I think we've seen third-party figures really have to step up their game as well, with companies like Toys R and So Toys putting out better and better figures. And Present Toys is not a company to sneeze at all. Their indie is probably one of the best third-party figures I've seen in a long time. But they did get quite roasted. We kind of took the piss out of them on our show last week. And they've answered back quite well. This is not a bad portrait, especially if it's actually rooted to this quality. I actually really like this portrait. I think it's much better than this, which was a good portrait, but it was certainly let down by the hair.
That afro, my goodness.
And the suit, the tailoring, no.
It's supposed to look like that.
Yeah, that tailoring is accurate.
That tailoring is accurate?
Did you watch the movie?
I saw the movie, but that tailoring does not look accurate to me.
Yeah, it's like her husband's outfit or something, so it like fits him like fucking.
Yeah, but still, the way it fits on the body. Does it not look like he almost has a fat suit on?
It looks huge on him in the movie because he wears it over his other clothes. He's like wearing a whole outfit, then puts another outfit on top.
Okay, maybe I should have watched the movie. I'm sorry. No,
How
I'm kidding.
dare you? Sean says the facial sculpt is off. He looks scared, which I would almost say is correct in the whole movie.
Yeah,
he has like no clue about like anything.
Yeah.
Like when that lady's trying to make out with him, he's like he's just like, I mean, like honestly, like most of us would be if a lady tried to make out with us.
Can you go back to that picture for a second?
Yep, there you go.
No, not at all, guys. No.
Are you saying it should be baggier? Is that what you're saying?
It should be a little bit baggier. He's not as bulky on that in the film at all.
He's not
like that. It looks like he has a fat suit underneath. In the film, it doesn't look like he has a fat suit. Yeah, it's a little bit. He's not as skinny as he is in the normal outfit.
Hang on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look it up now. Now I gotta look it up. Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, do you ever tell Zach he's wrong about something? He immediately
No, he's not wrong.
No.
He's not wrong.
I want to provide. First off, I have fucking 4 things to talk about in the opening of the show, so I need to drag this out for like at least 45 minutes. So fuck you. And second off,
hey,
I am just genuinely curious. I'm a curious person, Dean. How dare you?
Oh, actually, that's someone in a Halloween costume. Never mind.
So, to speak to competition, though, do you think that they would have updated the sculpt had they not had their asses completely handed to them with the other company? I'm forgetting the
Probably
name.
Not.
Right? Like, they were just so outshone by that other company that, I need to look that up, too.
What is
the other
the
one
dad's
is significantly superior.
You just have to type in Edward Scissorhands.
I'm looking it up, and it's just not. Most of the pictures of the black outfit, which is odd because he wears the white one for like a huge chunk
Edward
of the movie.
Scissorhands in white.
How do you spell Skinzer?
Sorry, I
Something spell it over there.
You know,
poor John.
No, you guys are crazy. I'm sorry.
Well, hang on. No, hang on. I think John may be onto something here, but
Yeah, maybe you're right.
John's not on to something. John is always on to something, right? We're seeing it now in this
always
community.
on
That
always
John
on
was
something.
John was like Nostradamus forecasting the future, and it's happening.
John Stradamus.
John's over here like, wow.
Put that on the T-shirt, John.
We
Stradamus.
need a sticker of that.
John over here like fucking Drake, fucking Canadian. Fucking I'm on one.
I haven't listened to the new album yet.
Okay, here we
Art
go.
Toys
Hang
was
on.
the other company producing
Hang on.
the Edward
Here we go.
Scissorhands figure.
Oh, yeah.
that
Okay,
we
hang on.
talked about last week.
Let me add this image to.
I like how you're derailing the show just for the people watching. Everyone listening is gonna
Just
be
pull
like,
it up
"I
on
can't see
Google.
any
Just
of
Google it, buddy. Share the screen.
I'm on Google. What do you think I'm on?
Just share the screen. You could see it.
Hang
you don't
on,
even
I'm trying to. I'm
hold
trying
on.
to open
You don't
it.
even
This
need
is
the full
professional.
body. You could just look at half the body.
Hang on. Can everyone hang
What
on?
do you want me to hang on to? Hold
Also,
on.
John,
if you're only watching, you should also be.
What do I do with my
listening.
hands?
Let's be real. I don't know.
He can't show his screen prematurely. You're going to see all those Baldo searches, you know?
Well, no, I'll fucking on Google. I search Edward Scissorhands White, and half these
That's-
images.
That's not even
him.
that's not even Edward Scissorhands, you dumbass.
That's like
Yes,
a
it
guy.
is.
That's a guy in a Halloween costume.
Hang on. Now I gotta check if this is actually.
That's
Now we
not-
know
that's
who just watched the
not
movie of the
Johnny
week
Depp.
either. Damn.
That looks like fucking.
This is from the movie
Elijah
poster.
Wood in cosplay.
How dare
Pull
you?
that back up.
This is original movie poster. Edward Scissorhands, the story of an uncommonly gentleman.
Wow, I really didn't
This
watch
is
the
real.
movie.
This is Edward
It is him.
Scissorhands. How dare you? How dare you?
Anyways, there.
Okay,
you
the
can see
reason
the
why
whole-
I
my
didn't
God.
share my Google is because every other picture is some random motherfucker. Like this stupid ass kid. This is why I can't share the
Anyways,
picture.
that figure's
Look at this
atrocious.
stupid-
I thought that was Gene Simmons for a second.
Jesus Christ. Oh, anyways.
See, look,
Jesus.
yeah, no, it's not. It's too
Hang on.
bulky.
Okay, let me get back to the slides because I was criticized. I think you're right.
Yeah.
After all that, I think you're right.
Even the pants. His pants on the left look like he's going to church. That one looks like he just stole them from Sports Check.
I think you're right, John. Erwin says Nostra John Miss. Oh, you guys are too much. You guys are too much. Oh man. Speaking of third party,
Jesus, what are we?
first off-
What are we? The
first off,
fucking
John-
third party boys now? Holy shit!
we're the no neck boys, the third party boys. Well, the fucking Hot Toys. didn't give
Fucking
us any
Ben
news
doesn't
this
show up. He takes all the licenses with him.
week. Let me tell you this, John. It's bad enough we have to worry about Hot Toys reissues in 2.0. Now we got to worry about
Jesus
third party
Christ.
reissues in
Holy
2.0.
fuck! It's never ending, man.
The Night Vigilante 2.0, the head sculpt will be a significant upgrade. All armor will be magnetic instead of Velcro. The suit under the armor will be new clothing material. The body will be further adjusted and improved. The blue paint on the metallic armor will change to metallic, and the fighting stick will come with effect parts. I don't think this is the actual picture of the changes, but this will be upgraded. So
What an insult.
what an insult! The people that just got theirs.
It's like, hey, you just got the first one? Well, the second one's going to be way better.
Yeah.
To be fair, not an expensive figure. These figures are not super expensive.
And also, would you prefer that they just do a rerun or that they actually make improvements to justify?
I would prefer they didn't fuck
touching it
this
again?
up the first time. People had complaints like from the get go.
Well, they're following they're following the footsteps perfectly. They'll be licensed in no time.
Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
So there's that. There is that. Let's get to the releases. Hot Toys released the Hydro Stopper. I don't know, man.
Steve is awful.
I don't
I
know.
haven't
This is-
seen this before. Wow.
It looks like he's tugging at his mom's leg. Like,
I think
Yeah,
his mommy is Captain Carter.
When your mom won't stop talking it with her friend at the grocery store.
This looks like the Ironmonger had a baby with Iron Man Mark 1.
This is.
with a little bit of Hulk mixed in.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with, because that's more of like a power pose, right? It doesn't really do anything.
The Stomper?
Yeah.
No, it's posable.
The
is
Stomper's
it?
cool.
As
The
posable.
Stomper
as,
does look pretty cool.
The Stomper's cool, yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
where it ends. Jesus,
Yeah.
that Steve is fucking rough, dude. That's terrible. That's awful.
Why are his shoes like that? He's got like fucking Donald
Clown
Duck
shoes.
or fucking clown shoes. Oh man.
Shaw's
Oh, apparently
comment
the
is
legs
pretty
don't
amazing.
move. There you go. It's the stunt double.
So he just does this?
Oh,
Sorry, the
here we
one
go.
after
Steve is
that,
asking
yeah.
for some money for the arcade. White Vision came out.
It's like stepping. Motherfucker.
And
can
first we got
fly.
Kanye's White Vision this week. Now we got this. Vision this week.
Whoa!
It's been
You
a lot
can't
of.
say that.
I mean, he said
Hey.
it. I don't know. I'll be honest. Like, I don't know a lot about this character. It
You
looks
really
a
don't
bit
have to.
odd.
It looked odd in the show.
Okay.
I mean, I screened the figure. I think they nailed it.
Yeah.
I would never own this.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you're gonna take all these like super fucking fantastic photos, you just have him like stepping instead of flying. Like, what is that?
I'm sure in the 50 photos that I mean, some of them were.
I'm just saying,
this is
you
just
picked
what
a
I
really
pulled.
terrible.
Okay, well, how about this? Hey, everyone, Dean's making the show slides next week, so I want Dean to.
I'm
make
just saying,
all
look
the
at it. It
slides.
looks goofy. as
So I guess we're
shit.
doing a re-record.
You're the one that defended it.
I'm not defending.
It's almost
it.
like
I
you
mean,
took the goddamn photo. I'm just saying it looks goofy.
man.
Yeah, this figure.
I don't shit where you eat.
character-
Okay, I don't come to your job and slap.
Wow.
and slap the dick out of you.
You're a bad person.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna die alone.
Wow.
I'll see to it personally.
Wow.
Anyway,
You live alone, so.
No, I don't. I got my little Kevin and my sister. How
Kevin.
dare you?
Every time I hear Kevin,
There's
I think of Home Alone's
things that-
mom.
Kevin. Oh, he's gonna run
Okay,
over.
guys, back on track here. This
Random
is
says, this is coming from a white guy, but that's too white.
this is like I like this figure. I don't mind this figure. I think to have this figure, you need to have the other vision to go with it, the regular vision. It's a must. And the other thing I'd say is be very careful with the suit and cape, because for that to stain, that's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
It'll be game over.
Or
Yeah.
turn yellow or anything like that. Yeah, but this is
It
nice.
almost looks
It looks
yellow in
accurate.
this photo, though.
Yeah, there are some parts that are yellowed already. And I didn't remember that from the film or the prototype, but I went back and looked, or excuse me, the TV show. And it is accurate, so but that's kind of
Yeah, it looks
detracts.
pretty good. It's just like I doubt we'll see this representation of Vision again, say for maybe
Yeah.
like a scene.
What's going on, Facebook?
I think that he's coming back. I think this will be our main Vision moving forward, right? The
Can
West
someone-
Coast Vision.
Is it a big spoiler? Like, why is this Vision? I've seen a video of them fighting. It was like a YouTube thing, a TikTok.
So
thing.
if you haven't seen WandaVision yet, just fast forward
Don't.
30 seconds. But this is the original Vision's body that basically the government
that's cool.
experiments on.
That's
And so
pretty cool.
Wanda's actual Vision, they come face to face. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. honestly.
that's
You
actually
gotta-
really cool.
yeah.
I'd like to know how the 49 people watching are going to fast forward now that we were live and you just said that.
I hope everyone's seen WandaVision at this point. If you
Yeah,
haven't,
it's an
you're
old
sleeping.
fucking show.
Yeah.
No, but
That's
to your
fine.
point, sorry.
It's a Freudian slip.
Stuttering.
Can't say shit on this show, man.
Marco, to your point, I think it's a nice figure. I don't want to necessarily bash the figure because I do think it's a good release, and I think when we watched the show, a lot of collectors were actually asking for a 2-pack. So the fact that we're going to be able to display both is nice.
Yeah.
The thing that bothers me the most is just look how much longer we're getting. Look how long we have to wait to get it.
Yeah, I think that show's already like over a year old.
Yeah,
I think
if not
more
longer.
At this
I think
point.
it's
Yeah,
more.
I think like 2 years at this point.
yeah.
I
Like
could
we've
be wrong.
gotten She-Hulk, we've gotten Loki, who even remembers WandaVision? I watched it. I don't even remember what it's about. I'd have to go back.
Feels like a long time ago, but
Wow.
yeah, no, this is his appearance in the show was really cool. This is a cool
Yeah.
release, but it's not. It doesn't feel like a must-have for sure.
Yeah, bargain bin.
If it was a 2-pack, absolutely. But since it's not, hard pass.
I was having so much fun. I forgot to ask you guys your hot seat questions. We'll get them at the break. This is honestly the worst thing I think I've ever seen. If I'm being completely honest, from Hot Toys this year at least.
Oh, from Hot Toys. Okay.
Yeah, this is bad. This is the Doc Brown. It was released this week.
Jesus, too country.
Oh boy, this is a bad one. This is bad, and I'm gonna quote John here when I say this. In what multiverse did anyone say, "Yeah, let's just leave these holes in the hair sculpt"? I don't understand who greenlit that decision.
Bare minimum effort to cover those up. I would
Bare
assume.
minimum effort.
I'm shocked that you're shocked. I'm shocked that the community is shocked. 'Cause I'm listening to these streams while I'm working, and I'm shocked that people are shocked. John Stronomus, or whatever you guys want to call it,
Nostradamus
has been forecasting this forever. What do you expect?
I'm disappointed, and you know, at a time, John, when Hot Toys' arguably biggest competitor in art is, trying to give premium materials. They're doing die cast, they're doing real wood, real leather, and these motherfuckers give us a cardboard.
Cardboard.
Plutonium. This is cardboard.
The plutonium's cardboard?
No, the case is cardboard.
No, but the yellow thing's cardboard?
The yellow is cardboard with no, I'm sorry. Let me quote let me quote Sideshow here. High quality cardboard.
High quality cardboard. That's
They
the tough
actually
part.
made it cardboard?
They made
I
it
know.
cardboard, John.
The accessories could
High quality
almost redeem
cardboard.
the holes in the issues with the sculpts.
100%, Marco.
Almost.
100%.
Lane, you had loop turned on. Lane Kramer says, "I'm waiting. Can we? Jesus, Dean.
Just till the end of the
Lane
show, just all
says,
that.
Poor Dean.
I'm
you
waiting
just
for
tried.
Friday and Christopher Reeve Superman talk. Thank you, Dean.
Thank you, Lane.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate you, Lane. But yeah, in a time when their biggest competition is using premium materials, we get a cardboard plutonium case.
John, you didn't see what I said in the chat earlier?
No.
When this came out as being cardboard, I was like, fuck, I might have to buy John a Doctor Strange after all.
That would
Dude, I was like, if they're putting fucking cardboard in their figures, they're gonna put foam eventually. You're gonna get fucking foam, accessories that have no business being cardboard and foam. At this price point, there's absolutely no fucking reason that should be cardboard.
No, there's zero.
This
that should
is
be a
so
fully functional little plastic case.
I was
That's
so excited for this, and I won't lie. It's not that I am, but I still want to pick it up.
Still a lot of redeeming qualities to it.
Oh,
right,
you need it. Like if you have the DeLorean, the 2.0's coming. You have Marty. You really need this figure. But I still think it's a beautiful figure. Happy that they tread off the clone path and the Iron Man path, and they made him. But where there's positive, you have to be fair and say the negative. Nothing's everything. You can't just go all positive. You got to say the negative.
Right.
I would never buy this at retail price. I wouldn't touch this at the retail price they're asking. They're starting to get ready to ship. Don't touch it. And the way they went is half-ass, right? They're reusing the portrait. You see the holes for the glasses. That's unacceptable. Redeem themselves. I don't know if it's too late to go back to the drawing board. It's Hot Toys. I don't think they're going to really care. But this is a release where he should have come with a closed-mouth portrait. If you want to reuse this portrait, perfect. Fine. Reuse the portrait, but use it to give the collector a little bit extra. Don't use it as the main portrait. They should have given us a closed-mouth portrait off the bat and then offered this as a secondary portrait. Because his mouth isn't open the entire scene.
Wow. A place for collecting. I'm very disappointed. I want to be clear. The reused sculpt and slits were shown in the proto. They delivered what was promised. The cardboard was listed on Sideshow from the beginning. Are we being fair? Absolutely.
Was it listed from the beginning?
Well, first off, they do update those listings. So if someone wants to machine,
I think I saw someone in the comments on a post today that said Sideshow had updated it.
Yeah,
because there's no way Sideshow would have known that was going to be cardboard.
Sometimes they do know the materials, but if someone wants to Wayback Machine that, please do.
I don't understand why they're using cardboard for that. What they do
if the discussion is always like, well, it's a proto, they're going to fix it on the release, which I see all the time for these kinds of things. This is something that absolutely needed to be fixed on the release. If it wasn't including glasses, 100%.
Yeah, now the accessories are really cool though. Like the plutonium, they took the time to with the detail of the plutonium. You can remove it as well to put in the DeLorean. The accessories are really cool, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I was never under the understanding that was cardboard. Like they did Nick Fury with the suitcase holding the Tesseract. That wasn't cardboard. For God's goodness sakes, how much work would it be to throw some plastic in there just so that we feel like we're getting a better quality release, especially at these price points? We're in 2022. This isn't 2010 Hot Toys, right? But saying that, I still respect this as a release. I still think it's worthy of being in a Back to the Future collection. Just, I would really, the way the market's going, I would really not touch this at retail. Please. That's the advice that I can give.
I don't really understand why you guys are all worked up, honestly. With the sculpt, you could just take a little bit of gray putty, put it in the holes, and you'll never see
Oh,
it.
wow.
How dare you?
I don't see what the big deal is. No, this is...
How dare you?
God,
Zach, how fast can you make
callback.
this a 3-panel?
How fast do you need?
No, but John, like I completely agree with everything you said. Like this is still one that I want. I still think that there are a lot of really cool aspects to this figure. I have the DeLorean on order, but I really can't justify buying this guy at full price like I initially planned. Sure, some of these telltale signs were already in the solicitation and the prototypes, but when you're asking a premium price for this deluxe figure, you just can't cut these corners. Like it's just not. We can't see that from Hot Toys.
If I may.
Go ahead.
Carlos is saying, and I've seen on his group, he said this as well, it was listed as cardboard. It's important to remember that a company like Sideshow, whenever they're presented with new information, they'll typically update the listing, the photos. We see it all the time. According to the Wayback Machine, which has never done me wrong, when this was solicited September 7th, 2021, it was not declared to have cardboard.
Yeah, if we can look, I don't remember if it was.
Well, this is they scrub websites, so they've have 10 captures between September 7th, 21 and 29 November. No cardboard, and then if we look here from today's listing, it now says plutonium case is composed of cardboard.
Oh
so
my
if
God.
if I scrub forward to, let's see, they've scrubbed it 10 times. So let me see if.
And when we throw things to the wall, okay, is it a big deal in the grand scheme of things? I'd still wouldn't mind the representation in the collection, but the price points that we're being asked to pay now, you got to do better. You got to come to, like, I think Asmus is bringing more attention and better quality to the table with some releases. Like,
yeah, how much is this guy?
285 maybe
290.
290.
Okay, what also really pisses me off is the plutonium case is the deluxe accessories. You're paying $20 more for a cardboard.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Case. But yeah, Carlos, I'm not seeing it on the scrubbed one from September 2021. It's only showing. It's showing on the November 29th one, November 29th, which was last week, and before that, just to double check because we want to be thorough here, on June 28th. Their snapshot as it's loading, it was not stated to be cardboard. So it looks like they just updated this last week. So it absolutely was not declared to be cardboard until at least November 29th.
So to Jazzy's point, though. Oh, go ahead, John.
No, please go ahead, please.
I was just going to say to Jazzy's point right here, dude, plastic would cost Hot Toys like $1 to make.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, you're getting clone troopers for less than this, and they have a full fucking suit of armor. This box can't be plastic. It's got to be high quality cardboard.
Look, to get this figure to me, without shipping, without customs, is 400 Canadian. 400. I'll give them kudos. This was supposed to be released next year, and they've pushed it forward. So we're.
It's all that time they save not fucking making a plastic crate.
So I appreciate them pushing the release date forward, and I don't want to just drag on Hot Toys because that's not necessarily the route I want to go about, but because I appreciate this release and I do want to add it to the collection, but I think they should have taken a little bit of time, maybe put some more. I know it'll cost them out of pocket a little bit more. Those little attention to details are really in the future what's going to make the difference for consumers and which route they're going to take. Because I'm not very happy with InArt's direction either and how they're now acting customer service wise. Like they've gone silent. And I think that's absolutely ridiculous. But from what we're seeing, the product is good from what we've seen in hand of some of the videos. Materials are there. They're using die cast and so forth. And I think they've mentioned that they want to dabble in Back to the Future as well. Now, what we have to look at when it comes to Hot Toys is, does Howard sit back in his chair and really think that this dock is a moneymaker for him? Right? This is like
I mean, yes, I think so. If they're releasing the DeLorean, and at present when they release a DeLorean, you know, essentially that's them selling you 3 figures at once for a lot of people, right?
Do you think this could have been a stipulation in a license agreement that something had to be put out, and that's why they scrambled and
so
and
the
put,
only thing I can think of for the slits in the portrait is maybe if they change it, it'd have to go through the reapproval process, but that's also like I feel something that should have been done if it doesn't have glasses, right?
Yeah, why
I know when you make
included?
even the smallest change, you do have to have that done.
Listen, if you get the portrait, you send it over to Jazz Inc. They'll put a little putty. You're set.
Why? Okay, why weren't the glasses included? It's a different scene.
It's from a different movie. Hello.
Oh, okay. I'm not super familiar about.
No, and that's okay. A lot of people aren't, and that's why a lot of people are like, "Well, what are they talking about glasses? There's no accessories for glasses because they're reusing the portrait." That's the whole thing.
It's just wild.
The only cardboard that should come with a Hot Toys is the fucking shipper box. If I'm paying this kind of money,
make an exception for the backdrop that they throw in sometimes.
Yeah.
But accessories wise, absolutely not.
Yeah, it's like once you take the fucking figure out of the shipper box, you should have no more cardboard.
And they didn't even give us Einstein to go with it, right? We have the clock for around Einstein's neck, but we get Einstein with Marty.
Yeah.
Which,
and I'm fine with them doing things like that, where it's like you got to get Marty to get Doc to get the DeLorean. Okay, that's fine. That's how toy companies work. It's a little bit chinsy, but the cardboard stuff, I just literally can't get over. It's just, again, because of the price point, because you're asking $300 for this deluxe set, you just can't cut those corners.
Also,
just to give them an out there though, if it was with the base version, you know, whatever. But it's $20 extra for that cardboard. Now, I guess Carlos sent me a message, so maybe it was on the September 9th one, but I would say most people placed their pre-orders that second day. It was not on the initial solicitation. And if you canceled it within those first 2 days, you lose your deposit. So I think it's extremely disingenuous that he's saying here, make sure no one reads the fine print, but the fine print wasn't there the day it went up for order.
Yeah. But the box has plastic parts on it, right? The locking mechanisms, I think the corners of the box. So it's like, what was so difficult about just making the whole fucking thing plastic? Like, why the cardboard? That's
maybe printing the caution and the verbatim there.
So
a sticker.
I don't know exactly which parts are cardboard and which parts are plastic. In fact, I'm gonna pull up the Sideshow video. But it was the initial vibe that I got from their unboxing was that the little cylinders were plastic and the case itself, and maybe even including the locks and stuff, was cardboard. But let's pull it up real quick.
Yeah, can we? That'd be awesome because I didn't even watch it. I didn't even get to watch it yet. But the other accessories, like the tool set there, the tool belt looks great. The remote control for the DeLorean. I love the way they even included the notes, all the pens. Like,
it feels like an old school Hot Toys release in that sense, though, right? They give you all these cool little accessories.
Yeah, 100%. I still give them credit, but this is like a figure. The way they're releasing this is like from 5 to 7 years ago. Not a figure coming out in 2022 with where the innovation needs to be.
So this is the video. Cramps is as well. It was not there when it was listed.
Down, on, and off.
Thanks for the support, Carlos.
Switches.
Yeah, we appreciate it, bud.
The plutonium case is made of a heavy-duty cardboard and plastic pieces on the outside, showing the corners and the locks. Detailed radioactive stickers.
So, like
on
the metal
outside,
part's plastic,
and you'll have
the metal-looking part is probably plastic.
Yeah. Of course, StreamYard is fucking my dick right now.
It still looks good to the eye,
but I just don't understand.
For putting them on the inside.
That's already, look at the folding right there on the edge.
Like in my opinion, where this could have had so much value is if they made this thing like hefty, man, where you picked it up and it's like, man, this
for $20,
you could have gone away with the portrait if you just jammed it with the accessories and did it properly.
And it's a shame because this is a beautiful accessory.
Come on.
This was
Stunning.
I remember when we aired this show, obviously a lot of us were upset about, whatever with the DeLorean and the Marty and everything.
Yeah.
But looking at this piece, we're like, damn, like this is for $20, this is a must-have accessory.
Mutually, everyone agreed.
And I don't feel with plastic, maybe it's $20. With die-cast, 100%. But cardboard, like Dean's saying, like there's not a huge benefit.
Just picking it up.
It's not like Hasbro where you're like trying to plastic free everything, right? Like it's not like an environment thing. It's not even a stability thing. It's much more fragile being cardboard. I genuinely don't understand.
Picking it up and having that heft would just make it. It's like the Mjolnir when they made the Mjolnir with that, when they made it hefty. You picked it up and you displayed your. It's like, wow, you felt like you had something. So,
and they've made those plastic sense, right, John? They've gone from die cast on those to now they're plastic.
Like I don't understand, Marco. I don't understand what's happening, man.
They're going backwards. They're getting greedy. It feels like. I will say another gripe that other folks have had is that the sculpt, it being reused, is not accurate to the screen. The character is supposed to be older at that point in time. He had like heavy prosthetics. To me, even though I really enjoy Back to the Future, it still captures the character. Just the little holes being filled in would have been enough for it to be like
100% better. 100% better.
Even the expression to me is like, okay, great Scott. Like it's fine to me.
Yeah.
But it's just a little, come on, detail. It's not that hard. It doesn't seem that way. We're not manufacturers, but it doesn't appear to be that hard.
Damn. Yeah. But it's still. I don't know. The thing is, we get so many. Jesus, this is frustrating because we all complain, streamers complain and everything, but you ask them, yep, I'm still ordering. I haven't canceled my pre-order yet. Well, then Howard sits back and laughs because, okay, bitch, talk about my product so the community can hear that you're not happy with it, but then keep your pre-order. Yeah. It's free marketing for him, and he sits back and laughs. He sits back and laughs.
And Dean, you mentioned that
something though.
Yeah, Dean, you mentioned that as well. It's like not only from the streamer's point of view, like there might be maybe 50 streamers in the world, right, of Hot Toys.
Right.
But Dean, it's more concerning for you because of the. I mean, you said you saw like many collectors.
Yeah,
this
in the
sucks.
comments
I'm
section.
so disappointed, but I'm gonna keep the order anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally verbatim, like this is super disappointing, but I'm keeping my PO. And like I get like what John is saying, like for your collection, it's almost a must-have figure. But it's like, okay, but you're paying top dollar.
Yeah, not at retail.
And yeah, 90% of it is really great, but you're still rewarding that 10% that lets Hot Toys know like we could cheap out and they'll still fucking pay for it.
Yeah. And you know what one of the biggest fears is? Not fears for me, whatever, I don't care, but is if they didn't do this with the doc, if they didn't update the doc's portrait and they just threw it in there, how about if they don't fix the imperfections for the DeLorean?
It will happen.
I don't think that they're going to.
So,
I think you just expect the same shit to happen.
I bet the fucking seats are gonna be fucking cardboard.
Like,
well, it's inside. You're not gonna sit the figure in there.
And here's Joe P right here. I'm sending this back to Sideshow, and I'm out on the DeLorean. I wanted to go all in on the Back to the Future line, but this is terrible. Carlito says, I think this is just desperation from Hot Toys. All the announcements are finally taking their toll on production and quality. I'm getting this, but the slits and the cardboard just suck.
Yeah. Joe, see if you can even find the original pieces a little bit cheaper, because the original DeLorean, I don't know, it may have some imperfections, but it holds a close place in my heart. So try to see if you could go. There's no point in buying the new DeLorean if they're not perfecting it from the first one. If they're not making the tweaks that people were complaining about, then what do you? Then it's a money grab, right? Your point is you're supposed to grow your company and transition your product into a better product. If you're gonna do 2.0s, that's fine. I've come to the realization that 2.0s, reissues, they're inevitable, but you got to perfect the product, right? You're not going to be putting out a 2.0 and a reissue and then expecting people like myself to be like, oh, okay, well, that's fine, but you're not, it's okay that you didn't perfect it or you make any changes. It's not.
Yeah. And it kind of just doesn't give us faith in them moving forward. Right. Another one that I'm hoping that they're going to fix is the Chadwick Boseman sculpt. Right on the original release, it was kind of flat. It didn't live up to the prototype. They've got that same sculpt for the new Black Panther. I've got zero faith that the paint applications will be significantly different from what we've already seen. So it's like everything that they do is kind of big grain of salt moving forward.
I don't know.
But I think you're right, John. Don't get it at retail if you can avoid that. I know that's the strategy I'm going to implement as well.
Yeah.
Before we hit break, let's just run through our hot seat questions. We'll go with Marco first. Marco, World Cup is dominating the news cycles pretty much everywhere you go. Everyone's talking about it. With companies like Interbay producing NBA figures, do you think that there would be a market for soccer / football figures? And if so, which company would you like to see produce them and why?
Absolutely, there would be a market for football figures. I think it's such an international sport. I think it would be really popular in a lot of countries. Maybe not the United States, but if they did a Pulisic, I could see a lot of folks wanting to add that. There's a lot of patriotism crossover there. In terms of companies that I'd want to see, I'd love to see Iconic Studios tackle some sports figures. I know they've talked about having taken meetings with various sport organizations, so I'd really love to see that. Interbay as well, because of all their NBA experience. It just really feels like they would do a great job at soccer figures. The Interbay figures, I was kind of leery of. You see the pictures and the joints and everything, but like I talked about last week, getting that LeBron in hand, it's actually really impressive with all the details, the premium feel. So I think they would knock it out the park. I'm totally convinced that soccer figures, I've seen some listings and I'm not sure if they're third party or first party, but recently to capitalize on the World Cup. So I think there's a market there.
If you grab you're right, there have been some third party ones. If you grab like a Ronaldo and a Messi and some of those big names, people will eat them all up. Yeah.
They're iconic, right, John? Like those are evergreen figures. I would go for them for sure.
Definitely.
Dean, here we go. The doc has been criticized by many for its portrait, with some saying other companies like NECA may have a better physical portrait. What other sculpts from other companies do you think are better than the offerings put out by Hot Toys? For characters that are similar, I guess I should say. I'll give you a few seconds back for that.
Okay, I mean, InArt is an easy one, right? Their Joker is crazy. Who goes toe to toe is Hot Toys. Jeez, I'm trying to think of a character that maybe like So-So Toys, or fuck, I was gonna say Sideshow, but their fucking portraits are garbage on their 6-scale figures. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of like an exact 1-to-1 except for the Joker from InArt. So InArt, even their Batman. Whoa, what the hell? I'm not even done. Saying even their Batman was better. What the hell are you giving me the buzzer for? Are you mute or something?
Yeah, it's it's as you go, right? So I'll give you a point for that.
Never go full Ben Thomas.
Jazzy says license for Messi and Ronaldo would be expensive, which is
my God. I can't even imagine.
Can you imagine that?
Oh man, you said NECA. I was thinking 6-scale. I didn't even.
Yeah, that's like I was thinking like Hasbro. Some of their portraits that we think are pretty solid. Some of their digital face printing portraits are fucking fantastic.
That's true.
Their Ahsoka's, even their TVC, the freaking TVC Mando that Manny.
Oh, dude, their Mando was pretty good, but we also haven't seen Hot Toys Pedro yet.
That is true. John, for you, with holiday sales fast approaching, what kind of sales would you like to see within reason from the retailers that you frequent?
Ooh, not bad. So Sideshow did their recent BOGO. The issue with Sideshow sale was the fact that it was on specific items, and I personally felt there was more trinkets than anything, especially on the statue side. I'd really like to see them do a blanket sale. I really want these companies to do a blanket sale where it's, okay, you don't have to give me 50% off of one, buy one, get one 50% off, but give me a blanket sale at a lower amount. So 10% off, but everything is 10% off. Or 7% off, something. because there was so much product that people were looking forward to, and not just specifically new things, even old stuff that just wasn't part of the sale. And I think that they'll do a lot better if they were to do that, a blanket sale. And they've already announced that there's a Christmas event coming. So I wouldn't get my hopes up too much because we were all excited for Black Friday, but just keep that in the back of your mind if you're looking to buy gifts or anything like that. Because you're not going to believe this, but people were actually upset that they purchased an item a couple months ago. It hit Black Friday sale, and they actually complained that, well, the item's on sale. Are you going to match my price? But
I would be. That's a Marco. That was Marco. He's here.
Yeah,
He's
well,
there.
yeah, but listen, you can't. Well, 6scale's a little. Well, no, 6scale's not different. Well, this situation was a little bit different, but no, why would you be upset?
John, with Black Friday around the corner, you always have to be prepared for the item.
Exactly.
On the show.
Yeah,
you always got to
I
be prepared for your item to drop. Lower.
Exactly. So you take responsibility for ordering it. Now, I would like to see the company do maybe like a 30-day price match guarantee, like a Best Buy does. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah,
but
agreed.
What I don't like is when companies are I don't say not truthful, but I'll take GameStop for example. When I went to their store the week of Black Friday, I think it was like Monday or Tuesday, maybe it was Sunday. They were like, "Yeah, these are our Black Friday sales. These are the prices you will pay on Friday." Because I was like, "Yeah, I'll just get it on the weekend. I get it on Friday." And I decided not to. I was like, "There's no way. This is a regular price item." And sure enough, a lot of the Black Series figures went to 20% off for Black Friday. So
GameStop
I don't
is
like
the
it
worst.
when they're disingenuous. Like I was looking at buying like a new bed the other day, and they're like, "Well, if you don't get it by Tuesday, it's the cheapest price of the year, and prices are going up in January." I don't think that that's true. Most places, most retailers will do sales for Christmas. John, can we hear a quick word from our sponsor while we have them?
Geez, we definitely can. 1/6 Corner. Their mission is to provide the best figures and collectibles to their customers. They offer great prices, great packaging, fast shipping, and best in the business customer service. Collecting Weekly listeners get 10% off in stock figures while our show is live. You just have to use code capital C, capital W, 10. Choose your figures, pay safely with PayPal, and you can leave the rest to them.
Just to clarify, they are great people. We're just, when you do this thing, you got to dot the I's and cross the T's, and some of those I's and T's haven't been crossed yet. CW, we're doing our holiday giveaway. We're doing the Hot Toys Classic Suit Spider-Man. Be sure to enter if you haven't. I will drop the form link for you. We're also doing a selfie series giveaway to kind of round out our big 4 shows worth of giveaways. Where is this at? There we go. So I'll drop that for you guys. Dean, bonus code for today. What are we thinking? What are you thinking bonus code for
Cardboard.
Hey, there you go. Cardboard.
That's amazing.
Enter cardboard. Now, we did also drop a bonus opportunity earlier today. You can do both, and if you haven't entered yet, do all 3. All you have to do is leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Send me a message with your screenshot of your review, and we'll give you a code there. We're trying to bump up our Apple Podcast rating, and we'll talk about that here later in the show. So I asked the guys to give me a holiday shopping list with the budget of $20, $50, and $100 plus. And here's the reason why. Every year, we get messages from significant others of collectors. We get messages from, friends of ours that their significant others will message us like, "Hey, everything that he wants, he gets. What do I get them?" And specifically, it's usually like, "What do I get him that isn't more toys or figures or statues?" And so I wanted us to kind of come up with some options at different price points, right? Give some people some ideas. People listen to us in the car, listen to us with their families. So some of our lists are very similar. Some of our lists have similar things at different price points, but I just thought it'd be a fun little thing that we could do. So for Christmas gift guide from the Oxfather, for $20, I have LED lighting. I think adding LED lights or adding new LED lights is a great way to freshen up your collection. I've personally bought this lighting strip literally 14 times. I've given it as gifts to friends, given it as gifts for giveaways, used them. All of these lights in my office are this type of light here. They're reliable, they're remote controlled, they're dimmable. I think now they have like a little knob that you turn, which is actually better because when you have 10 of them in the same room and you just need to change one, it's really a pain in the ass. But yeah, these are great lights. You can get them in cool white and warm white. Literally, when Vivi was born, we had a really small apartment, and the living room was sort of where we had like her changing station, her feeding stuff set up. And from the day she was born to the day we moved out of that apartment, these lights ran 24/7 because we'd be up at all hours of the night for like almost a year, not once turning off. And they were perfectly fine. I think Dean's still using them. I think he has a DTOP. He's still using them. So these are great lights. I totally stand by them, and I think they're about $18, so they're not bad. Up next, I have a for the $50 price point. It's a cleaning vacuum or like a blower. Comes with all kinds of different attachments. It's just a real easy way to clean figures, to clean statues, to clean your display shelves. I clean my figures a lot, but the thing that I'm always guilty of, which I probably buy this for myself, is my cabinets are really dusty. And so getting a high power blower, that doesn't have a cord, you're not stuck to the wall, I think is really useful. And when it's convenient and you're not having to, I used to use canned air, but I'd always run out and just like never buy more. So you recharge this thing, you got some attachments, you can keep everything clean, and it works for other things, electronics. My computer could use a good dusting. Great stuff. Now for $75 to $100 plus, the mark was $100 plus, but depending on the type of Ring doorbell that you can get them as low as like $55. I recommend Ring doorbell and also just security stuff. Specifically, like when you're getting things delivered, I know Sideshow has a signature requirement, but a lot of companies don't. And when you're buying $200, $300, $400 figures, John's buying $2,000-$3,000 statues. If those get left out and you can't get off of work, because some of us do work for a living, as John says, and you just have this thing sitting in your porch, and it eats me alive when that happens. And so being able to keep an eye on your stuff, keep it safe, is a big peace of mind. It's helped me in the past when people have said things were delivered and they were not delivered. I was able to prove that they weren't. It's also just a deterrent, right? People see the package at your door and they see your Ring doorbell right next to it. They're not going to mess with your shit because these things shoot like in 4K. And also security cameras, right? We all have expensive stuff in our house. My collection's worth quite a bit. I know all of you guys' collections are worth quite a bit. Putting up a few solar powered security cameras around your house or even just at your front door, keep an eye on your house, keep you safe at night, and kind of another deterrent to keep people from wanting to break into your house when you got this crispy 4K footage of everything going on. I think it's huge. Adding a Ring to me as a collector, outside of like the smart devices that control all my lighting and stuff, was one of the best investments I've ever made. I know when my shit gets there. I know if I need to ask someone to bring the package inside, and I know that while that package is outside, if it has to stay outside, it's safe and it's not going to be messed with. And not only that, I mean, let's be real. Around the holidays, deliveries can get quite, they just kind of hire anyone at this point. But if you have a Ring, I used to come home and some of my packages, you could tell they like chunked them across the yard. Ever since I've had a Ring, maybe it's just I just have better postmen now.
Take a bit
but every
more
package
care.
has been nicely placed on my doorstep. It's fantastic. And it's a wonderful device, I think. And they're only about $55 to $150.
And what's great too is if you've got the feed on your phone and your significant other doesn't, you could beat them to the door before they even know the package is there. You can go get it and go hide it. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, get caught for tax evasion.
Smart man. Dean, what did you have here for your list for Dean Miss? A good old fashioned Hanukkah list, as they say.
Yeah. Well, with you, $20. You had a much better option, but canned air, you could get a 3-pack at Office Depot for like $20.
Also, I want to point out, I asked everyone to keep their list separate because I thought it would be interesting if we had very similar things, or we could.
Oh, sorry,
kind of
I didn't know that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Your $50 choice is better than my $20 choice. But if you don't want to spend $50, $20 on a pack of canned air, I know I keep my canned air right on my desk because I fucking
takes whippets every now and again.
Take a whip.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
To be fair,
yeah.
I used to use canned air, and I ran out. I never bought more, and my shit is dusty as fuck right now.
But you got to be careful with that shit because that can.
It's dangerous.
It's no like when you sometimes if you. Well, I think it's if you do it upside down, but sometimes it'll like not frost it, but it'll come out cold.
Yeah.
And give it and add like almost like a what do you call it, condensation to the piece.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Or maybe that's just in Canada.
You don't have to worry about that if you're just buying the can there, right? As a gift. Leave that to the collector.
Yeah.
They should know that shit. And then for my $50 price point, any kind of like display shelving, these QB things, you could buy these on Amazon for like $50, $45, sometimes cheaper. Or, a little more expensive if you want to get something, kind of big. But I never seem to have enough fucking shelves. So that's a huge thing for me to get display shelves. It would be fucking amazing. And then my $100 plus gift idea is a 3D printer. You could pick one up on Amazon for maybe like $189. Not really the best printer out there, but if somebody's just getting to start to learn, or maybe look, Zach has a cool 3D print right there of a T-Rex skull. Yeah, great learning platform. Nothing super expensive. Or you could, spring and get like a $500 printer, which is, probably more printer than anyone really needs. But as a collector, and I've said it on the show before, I'll say it again 100 times, a 3D printer is invaluable to a collector. It's like, hey, I'm missing an accessory. Just fucking print it. Oh, I need a head sculpt. Just fucking print it. So 3D printer, easy gift idea.
It's funny, Dean. I was like, man, it really sucks that Gandalf, the white, doesn't come with a pipe. Ian's like, oh yeah, I got the file, so I just printed it, and it's
Damn,
just like that.
Good.
You could find a file of literally like anything online.
It literally just prints like that.
Well, it has little trees, but I just peel it off and spray painted it brown. But yeah.
Do you think a 3D printed Baldo would hold up, or?
It's funny. There's actually on Colts 3D they have an adult section. People just scan their penises, and you could 3D print someone's penis.
Well, now that Zach has 3, he can do that extra slot.
You don't have to use too much resin to print Zach's either. So
one penis per ball, John.
Oh wow.
Here's John's Christmas
what
list
a
here.
horrible list here. Who's this idiot? No. Sorry, I shared mine. I obviously don't read instructions, but I'd say for what was the first one? $20. A nice makeup brush set. And before you jump down my throat,
no, this is good.
This is good, right?
It's funny. I did a video years ago, and it was like things that are at the Dollar Tree that you could buy for collectors. And their makeup brushes are not bad at the dollar store, just for what we use them for. And I'm not sure how good they are at makeup. But yeah, makeup brushes are fantastic for hobbyists.
I thought to go a little bit more high end, you go on Amazon, $20 will get you the whole case, the whole
100%.
The little ones on my desk.
The little ones to get it in the little cracks and stuff. Perfect.
Oh, deep in the crack, dude.
For $50. I'm saying
to scratch and sniff.
You hate to hear it. Not a camera for $50, but the turntable. So you can actually squeeze out the turntable.
How dare
this
you?
Is a sore subject for me. How dare you?
Yeah. Can we tell this? Can we tell that story after John goes, please?
There's a turntable there, but not only for $50 you could get the turntable and the ring light.
Oh, that's cool.
So I think that would be a cool little bundle. Because it's nice if you're doing the 6-scale unboxings and stuff, or even if you want to just display and play around like Zach does with Gandalf, you can just put it on there and have fun.
Who hasn't?
100+ just to be safe. If you want to get someone something that they'll probably be happy about, just because there's such a variety of product on the site, give them a Sideshow gift card. You'll probably be safe with that. But yeah, I think the easy, simple stuff you can find on Amazon, or you could do this from your couch. You don't even have to get up and go to the shop. Wow, is anybody here, or what? Am I fucking talking to myself tonight? Like, what's going on?
Beautiful. How dare you?
It's a good list, John.
I was
this one has fucking air canned. Everyone's like applauding. Oh, canned air. Fuck.
I applauded.
I got my fucking mouth to blow. I don't need no canned air.
The makeup brushes are a good idea until Dean brings home a girl and she's like, "Whose are these?"
Well, the makeup brushes were a good idea until fucking Zach said you could go to
worse.
Dollar Tree and get a fucking pack for $1.
Eventually, I'll be able to 3D print a friend.
Wow.
Dean, tell us the story. Sorry, I was going to show you guys some of this adult prints you can make. And one of the prints is rat with humongous balls. I got totally distracted, so that's why I wasn't paying attention. I apologize. That is immature.
Jesus. Actually, you should print some rats.
What? I should print a V for Vendetta, John.
You should print some rats, I'm telling you.
There you go.
Yeah, so I got John.
Jesus
it was for Secret Santa. I bought John a little turntable.
Oh, it was little, all right.
Because, okay, to be fair,
how dare you?
It was supposed to be a $25 gift. It's not like I was, gonna buy him the fucking world. But
here we go. Badfish says, "I can't think of anything to ask my wife for." This is great. Thanks.
Anyway, I got him this turntable thinking like, oh, he does unboxings on Monday. It'll be good. You throw a figure on there. It's whatever. Well, at the time he started really like diving into like doing statue unboxings, which it was not good for. But turntables that are big enough for that are like $150.
$100, yeah.
They're
easy.
fucking expensive as shit. So he fucking roasted me for the fucking $25 fucking turntable.
I put that fucking...
Yeah, you threw it away.
No, I still have it. Are you kidding? I still have it here.
Oh, where is it?
I'll pull it out next. I'll pull it out next month. Well, I'm not gonna pull anything out, but I'll have it next Monday. It actually works. Listen, the problem is it didn't come with instructions, so I had to go back on Amazon site because the buns are in like I don't know what language they're in, but there's like a keying sequence, but. It works for the 6-scale figures.
Right.
Yeah.
But it just happened so at the time you were moving in a different
I put a statue on it. I could have smelled smoke. I swear to God.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, but Dean, the $25 is not supposed to include shipping, buddy.
Well. Oh, the picture's corrupted.
Yeah,
Are you
you
kidding
see?
me?
Like
Jesus.
the panel.
Hang on, let me pull up Marco's.
Kevin ripped my headphones out. Jesus.
Oh man. Here, let's talk about Ben's for a second while I pull
Speaking
this up.
about headphones, I gotta get a fucking new pair of headphones too.
Ben's was a screwdriver kit, the Philips Hue Light, and the IKEA gift card. So very cool there. He also gave us like a gag one. You're on mute, Dean.
Sorry.
It was weed, a pillow, and
some nuts.
Some nuts.
Yeah. The Dremels or the little tool set reminds me of a Dremel. That would be a good fucking gift.
That actually would be a really
You could get them real cheap at like Michael's, especially on like their Black Friday deals, which is when I got mine. It was like $45 or something. It was real cheap.
Nice.
Well, can we just
like
address... Sorry, D.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
I just want to address Bob Dylan's comment.
Oh, what are you saying?
With the lack of...
Chris Tron, not the V for Vendetta too soon.
This here.
Definitely has enough hot air.
You
to
hate the
clean
fucking
up.
air.
Wow.
You hate it.
Incredible.
Marco, tell us what we got here on your list.
Yeah, so I want to start with the LED lights, which obviously a lot of us had on there. I'm really curious to know if the Philips Hues are really worth that much more, because these cheap LED strips are amazing. Zach, to your point, right? They like you can leave them on for forever. They're so easy to install. They're like incredibly cheap. I like the pure white ones, so not these color changing ones. But if you want to be a little bit more of an RGB bro, then go for the color changing and the app and everything. So that's for the $20 gift. For the $50 gift, a pack of these smart switches. Again, back to the point on the LED strips, I've got all of mine hooked up to the smart switches and really turn things on and off like really simply. So it's just a really nice way to not have to like futz with stuff and just love the ability to kind of turn my DTOFs on and off and my Billy bookshelves on and off from an app. So highly recommend those. You were gonna say something, Zach?
That's pretty cool. I thought you always needed like a fucking Alexa to do shit like that.
No, yeah, just the app. Honestly, like it's just so freaking nice. Sometimes when I'm coming home a little buzzed, I'll turn on all my cabinets and come stare at everything. And then I will just say the DTOF was the that's right. DTOF was the $100 gift. There you go. We know he's paying attention really well right now.
No.
It's looking at rat
the
nuts,
corrupted.
dude.
You hate to see.
Well, now
it.
I'm looking at Dicosaurus
We saw the
Rex.
detolf. Out of respect, we saw the detolf.
There
You're
you
right.
go. All right, fair enough.
But no, those plugs, I like that idea. The smart plugs, those could be really handy.
Sorry, I'm switching between tabs. My bad.
Oh, good. We still want to see that rat though. So
You know how much a detolf is here now? Like $160 almost.
Oh gosh, that's but when you look on Amazon and like other places that have the detolf knockoffs, they're still way more expensive. So it's still like the best affordable entry level cabinet.
This would
even
be a
at
really
the
fun
markup.
print. Let's be honest.
I didn't know he was standing on
his
that.
balls.
Oh wow, that's
I know some
incredible.
rats. They don't have balls that size.
Oh man, and then
Listen,
of course,
but the detolf is I sold 13 of them, but I only sold them for like $50-$60 a pop.
yeah, you
Before all this price hike went, right?
You could have bought that
Holy
damn
cow.
Hulk statue with all your.
I'm telling you.
Let's get back here. Fun show tonight. So Spotify did our Wrapped thing. I guess they gave us a Wrapped, and just wanted to kind of pat ourselves on the back. I know we talked about it after dark, but just me and Dean. So we put out publicly 22,394 minutes of content on our audio feed. Over 150 episodes.
Nobody works there.
That doesn't include the 45, 50 episodes of After Dark that we put out this year. So that's probably much higher. But that's a huge amount of content, 150 episodes this year. For Spotify, for SoundCloud, it's much higher, but we were heard in 17 countries. We were in the top 20% most followed podcasts on Spotify, which is great. In terms of our numbers this year, we're up 34% of followers, up 15% of listeners, and up 14% in hours. And we have top 10 podcasts for 62 fans, top 5 for 41, and the number 1 for 17. So that was quite the achievement. We also hit top 200 this year in a lot of different countries. I think
Apparently in Portugal.
England, Portugal, Qatar, Vietnam. We practically be royalty there. Actually,
John's
John,
home country.
Your show, your last show of Club. I actually got an email. Yeah, I got an email today. Let me.
Are you serious?
No, I'm being 100% serious.
Well, it's nice you tell me. Fuck.
Well, I got it today. I mean, I just barely talking to you.
Well, you got it today. It's you fucking send it right away.
Okay, you fucking guy.
Yeah, don't tell him. Fuck it.
Our Apple Podcast was number 3 on iTunes in Singapore, and your episode specifically, episode 39 of Collectors Club, was the number 61 of all the leisure categories. So that's like big fucking shows in this category. Your show was number 61 in Singapore for that category.
Wow.
Let's go.
So if you go to Singapore, you're practically fucking royalty. They're like,
cheers to that, guys. Cheers to that.
It's that really pissed off guy.
Yeah.
He angry.
No, when I get on the statue show, I'm completely. It's like Two-Face. It's completely different.
Yeah.
You didn't just do a voice. Did you?
Anger.
Did you?
No.
Wow. Officially
It kind of
canceled
sounded
now.
like he angry.
Join Kanye on the bench.
Dare you? But
what is happening right now?
We hit a ton of top lists this year in England.
What did
I'm
he
glad
do?
you called him out for that, Dean.
I'm here celebrating.
Oh, no.
Listen, you think Zach tells me? You think Zach tells me?
I tell you
this good news?
everything.
He doesn't message me. He messages me, John, can you do this? Can you do that? But the good news, I would have loved to know that I was number 61 in Singapore. What is that, out of 62 shows?
I haven't talked to you all day. Okay, so Great Britain, Australia, Austria, Cambodia, Canada even, top 106 in Canada, Great Britain,
Singapore.
Netherlands, Portugal, and Qatar, and Vietnam.
Portugal kicked ass today.
They're at different. They're not all simultaneously, but.
Okay, but how many? Do you know how many shows that was out of? 61 out of what?
Out of, I mean,
Probably thousands.
Well, thousands. I mean, there's.
They're not that big on leisure over there. They're too busy working.
It's more militants.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
can I just apologize to all of
Hang
Singapore?
on.
On
The
behalf
thing,
of the-
yeah, the
They don't
Singapore-
listen to it. They listen to the other. They
Well,
listen to the
no,
club.
Our whole show was really high, but your show was also really high.
Okay.
Anyways, at any rate,
What does
I'm
that
trying to
tell
say
us?
is-
That we were fucking rock. That's what it
Thank
tells
you.
us. That's it.
Thank you. But specifically, damn, I lost my train of thought because you guys are being gabagools. I don't know.
Us.
I'm just saying that we've had great success this year, in large part due to you watching at home. For you that stream us,
everyone listening, thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that we had hit top 200 anywhere. But John, usually it's top 200 on those charts. But what I was trying to say is like the way that podcasts work is like on YouTube, you kind of get your views like after a week, like kind of trickles in, right? But with podcasts, you'll find like randomly, like D&D will just get like 300 downloads for an episode randomly, like 8 months later.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but like obviously
like
this was
waves.
a new episode. Yeah, but people will binge like many episodes at a time. So you'll see, like I remember a few years ago we got like 3,000 or 10,000 plays out of nowhere from like one random country. It was on my birthday. It was so random. It's not like YouTube. It's totally different. But
thanks,
congrats to the network. Congrats to John.
Congrats to everyone here. Well, we wouldn't be without the listeners or people in the chat. Nothing. You'd be nothing. We'd be four guys here just talking to themselves. It's the chat. It's everyone that watches, leaves comments on the YouTube channel. That's where. That's the support. The Patreon.
Absolutely.
You think I want to sit here and talk to these guys? I don't have better things to do.
Jesus.
Does anybody work?
Nobodies.
You know who I want to get on the show? I swear, I'm going to try. Maybe I shouldn't say because there's a bunch of rats out there. They'll go after the idea.
Okay, don't say it.
Don't say it. I'm going to get someone on the show.
Message me privately now.
The small ball rats, though.
Oh.
Not the big ball rats.
Oh my god, why is this so difficult?
Yeah, small ball. There's no big ball rats around here.
I'm trying to just grab an image and it's not even working for me right now. Okay, our movie of the week. Let's move on.
Shit.
Jesus Christ. Was Edward Scissorhands. I'm not even going to pull up an image. Like, just every image I'm trying to pull right now is just...
Everybody knows what Edward Scissorhands looks like.
A scientist builds an animated human being, the gentle Edward. The scientist dies before he can finish assembling Edward, though leaving the young man with a freakish appearance accentuated by the scissor blades he has instead of hands. Loving suburban saleswoman Peg discovers Edward and takes him home, where he falls for Peg's teen daughter, Winona Ryder. However, despite his kindness and artistic talent, Edward's hands make him an outcast. First off, big commercial for Avon, to be honest. Big commercial. I wonder how much they paid for that. Second off, I don't quite understand all the suburban MILFs, like,
bro,
pure
they're
horniness.
All horny. This movie. That was gonna be my major thing to talk about.
None of the female anatomy, from what I recall, is like
scissor friendly.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not scissor friendly. I didn't quite get that, but boy, the MILF radar in this movie is through the roof,
off the charts,
off
dude.
the charts, bro. Incredible film. I liked it a lot. I think to get back to it, I think Johnny Depp plays the role really well. There's a lot of things in this movie that I guess I kind of forgot were a thing, like waterbeds and like TVs on the floor and like the suburban neighborhoods with like all the like everything felt so sterile until like Edward was in the scenes. But this is a really fun movie. I've seen this before when I was a kid. I remember the scene where he's at the school cutting up the little Christmas, I don't know what you call it, like little Christmas
origami,
thing.
Whatever.
Yeah,
gingerbread man.
Yeah. So I've seen this movie, but it's been so like probably 10, I wouldn't even start 20 years. Man, this was a fun watch. I genuinely enjoyed it. The boyfriend of Winona Ryder, obviously a douche, Jim.
Yeah,
just an absolute terrible
dude.
person. Winona Ryder,
dude,
pro.
Winona Ryder has always been
Beautiful.
a fucking baddie, bro.
This movie had too many baddies for me, to be honest. I was getting distracted.
She's especially a baddie when she's shopping.
Bro, Jim is not only a bad person, he's a terrible shot.
Nobody gets it because she's a shoplifter.
Oh, yes, she is. Dude, at the end of the movie where Jim comes to the attic to shoot fucking Edward Scissorhands, he's like, hey, and like fires and immediately misses, and the camera pans. He's like right next to them. It's like, God damn, dude, you deserve whatever's about to happen to you. And he gets stabbed. But yeah, this movie, incredibly horny. That was not, I didn't remember that. The scene with the
Bro,
waterbed,
she
dude.
got on top of him on the fucking hairdressing thing. I was like, bro, what? Why this woman got so much ass out of nowhere?
Yeah, dude. Oh shit. No, but my favorite scene is the scene with the waterbed because it's so like fucking frantic.
He's like, ah.
Yeah, just
And
making
it's
it
just
worse.
like,
Yeah, fucking amazing. I love that scene. That's like the only scene I really remembered. But yeah, dude, Winona Ryder, bro. Unfucking fair, bro. Yeah, it was fun. I really I really only remembered the one scene. Very Tim Burton-y, which I loved. Which was great because I just watched Wednesday on Netflix. Not Tim Burton-y at all.
Yeah,
I'm so excited to watch it.
And that's why I liked it.
It was really good. I ended up really enjoying it. It took a few episodes to get me there, but it yeah, so watching this, I was like, this is kind of what I was expecting. But yeah, it was a great watch.
Let me get you the IMDb. What is it?
Why does it just sound so bored about it?
Because
Marco has to get going. Marco, do you want to
Oh,
you want to give us your 1 minute hot seat
Yeah.
reward right now? Because next week's
Oh,
the
yeah.
award
Oh
show,
yeah,
so
shit, that's
Okay.
important. Yeah, go.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Gigi has her second to last final, so got to go pick her up. She's out a bit early, but she said she's feeling good.
Okay, we don't need an explanation.
So, yeah.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so my 1 minute, I just want to take a second to encourage everyone out there during the holiday season to give back if you can. So this isn't me being on a soapbox, because this is definitely an area of weakness for myself. I'm a very selfish person. Collecting a lot of the times can be. But, just think about those that may be less fortunate, either a children's receiving home or a low-income development, any place where you can maybe give a child a gift. It's a pretty simple thing to do, and definitely I know it's, just when you think about a child opening a gift on Christmas, it's like the coolest thing ever, right? I recall one time recently where I found a bunch of, were they the Amiibos, or what was the Disney equivalent of those?
I think a Skylander.
There you go, something like that. Like I found a bunch of them on clearance.
Oh no, Infinity.
Disney Infinity, there you go. I found a bunch of them on clearance at Toys R Us before they went out of business, and like balled this kid out, like just completely got them in a fat set. And I was like, you know what? Just knowing on the other end that they had a dope Christmas was enough for me. So just want to encourage folks to like find some type of way. I know Christmas is right upon us, but find a way to either buy a family a meal, give a kid a gift, just do something to give back, because we spend so much money on these hobbies. There you go. Yeah.
Well, that being said, I am someone's kid, so
there you go.
Just keep that in mind.
Way to make it about yourself.
No,
Zach,
that's beautiful.
Oh, that's a great point, Marco.
That's beautiful. Yeah. That's beautiful.
And that's coming from myself and Gigi, because she's a much less selfish person than I am. So she would encourage you all to do that as well.
Even a program like we'd have a program here where it's a shoebox. You have like a Christmas shoebox, and you fill it up with stuff that kids can eat in underprivileged areas or whatnot. It's good. That's a great idea.
You're making them eat out of a shoebox? That sounds sorry.
Jesus, y'all just really took the wind out of this one. But
no, I think it's a great thing. In fact, I'm going. I mean, where do you even go to do that? Like, I don't know any kids, so.
Yeah, so I
Sick
think,
Kids Hospital.
Yeah, I would go through a nonprofit if possible. So
I wonder
know
if I bring a present to the school, like my kid's school, if I give it to a teacher, if she might know, like, if a kid.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to start, honestly.
Might not be a bad. You know what, Marco? I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy a boy's gift and a girl's gift. I think that's a good idea.
I love that.
Don't you guys have like radio station programs there that take gifts and stuff?
I was gonna say, John, there's no shortage of toy drives and stuff.
Yeah, I'm always wary of that, to be honest. I kind of like to like do it small, right? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of opportunities to give back. DJ is saying go to schools. I would advise against that unless you have a child in that school, or there's like some path to.
Wow, they don't let you go to schools in Texas anymore, my guy.
Read that absolute comment, because this guy's killing me tonight.
Shoebox with a busted Adidas from the Every Yay collector. Wow, that might be the comment of the year. That's
wow.
Oh my god.
That's so many layers of that joke. It's like a
that is like an onion, Dean. Or like an ogre. Very good. Well, Marco, tell Gigi that we love her. We're very happy that she's almost done with school.
You didn't watch the movie.
That way you don't have to leave
Thank
early.
you all.
So
there you go.
Yeah, did you watch the movie?
Yeah, of course. Come on. I will say so really quickly. Getting back to the film.
He's doing everything but the movie.
Yeah, right.
Tim Burton films really aren't my favorite, and this is one that I don't know. They just have the weird gothic horror doesn't necessarily jive with me. Everything from like Nightmare Before Christmas to even the Batman films, which I know folks love. Okay, I enjoy them, but Tim Burton's spin on these things, just the weird horror is just not. Yeah, very dark horror is not necessarily my jam. That being said, I did enjoy Wednesday, Dean, and I think for that reason that it was a little less, it was like Tim Burton light or like Tim Burton crossed with Harry Potter or something. But, you know, this film has a lot of redeeming stuff to it, but definitely not one of my favorite films. And, yeah, Tim Burton overall is just not my jam.
All right. Drive safe, brother.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Buddy.
Good to see you.
We'll talk to you soon. Everyone have a good evening.
Quickly,
so next... Oh, no, please, John, go ahead.
Just IMDb. I won't hold any other time. 7.9 out of 10. 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, apparently there's some sort of release or something.
89. Wow. That's like quite good. 80...
I know.
Wait, what was the critic score on that one?
7.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. So we have our award show next Tuesday. It's one of our biggest shows of the year. We put so much production into it. And I want to encourage everyone to vote. Let me...
we got a bit of news. We'll cover that after, just for people asking.
The
Hot Toys update. No, Hot Toys update on.
Oh, interesting.
On Facebook.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's do that first. Let's do that first.
To mention what you're saying, Dean, Wednesday, I watched the first episode. Pretty cool. Gomez doesn't do it for me though. That actor.
Yeah, I like the actor, but
yeah, he's good, but as Gomez, not like the childhood Gomez.
It also makes zero sense because there's like some flashbacks in the show, and the guy that got to play him as a young guy is like tall as shit.
Oh,
and so he's like taller than his wife, and then it goes back and he's like all short. I'm like, okay, well.
But Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia, beautiful, beautiful casting.
I've never been a huge Catherine Zeta-Jones fan, but damn, dude.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Look at this. Hot Toys. First off, this portrait is incredible.
It looks like her. That's pretty good.
I will say, though, the seamless body is a huge letdown when it flexes like that. That looks terrible.
That elbow there already, yeah.
But man, this portrait, you rarely see like hair sculpts that can be this flowy that look good. I really like this. Also, it kind of bothers me that the hand tone doesn't match the skin tone. Just putting that out there. Man, this.
But it's like out of the film though. It is ripped out of the show. It is ripped out of the show.
Look, it's Lola from Kenobi.
Are the other?
There's the Daredevil. Nice.
There's the Daredevil there. You'll love to see it.
Damn, the legs look sculpted nicely.
Oh, purrs.
I know it's called Sirs now, but
Sirs.
Separate eye rolling system.
No, go back one. Hold on, go.
I thought you didn't wear shoes.
Look at that. No, you were.
Sorry.
Go one more. That left arm, that bend. E.
Not a fan.
The legs look good though.
The legs actually do look very good.
She looks perfect, in my opinion. The sculpted hair in the portrait, boom. It's just the arms, and whatever. You just won't like. I wouldn't. That's how you have to keep her. That's it, right there. That's her pose.
Yeah.
With the straight arms.
I would have.
It doesn't look bad like this when they're a little out. Like that looks bad, but when they're a little out.
But the legs are perfection.
The sculpt, while it is good, it's kind of silly. Like you could really only put her in like playful poses. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like if you ever like in a fighting like another figure, it's gonna look goofy because she's all happy. But you know, it's whatever. If you like it, it's cool. I don't know what other fix you could do for this, so just take this as I say it. The outfit. You only see that outfit for like a scene or two. She does not wear that in except the last episode, like the last few scenes. So I don't know what other outfit you could have put her in, or maybe have like, I don't know, some like options, because she could have come with like a pantsuit you could put over it, or even like she wears like a dress. Oh, this is cool.
This was announced also. Toys Era the Alpha, which Soso Toys, I guess, got beaten to the punch by this. But this is Soldier Boy from The Boys. Like that.
Soldier Boy.
Don't love that portrait.
I didn't hate that character.
Statue Collecting said, yeah, the figure's nice, but the show was... I don't know if I want representation on the show.
Show's absolute fucking trash, but it's good to see her finally. It's like, you gave us Daredevil before She-Hulk? Come on.
I think those two together would look cool, but yeah, I agree with you, Dean. It wasn't long enough.
Let's get back here. Look at this, John.
Who did this?
I did, because you got the little goofy hat and everything.
That's amazing.
Anyway, so we have our award show. Be sure to vote. I'll put the link in the comments one more time. Voting ends Monday night, and I don't want to hear any bitching if you didn't vote and your figure doesn't win. Fans are voting. Whoever they vote for will win the competition there. We have most improved, best overall, best under 35, best non-traditional, best third party, best head sculpt, best 112, best 16, and figure of the year. So lots of real great figures that showed up this year, and really excited to see who takes the top spot in each of these categories. And if you want to vote, you can also just scan this bad boy right here. Let me do one more thing. But yeah, you could win a $50 gift card just for nominating, and it only takes a few minutes. You don't have to nominate for every category, but the more votes we have, the better the end results will be. Let me see here. So Dean, can you plug these giveaways for me real quick? I'm trying to find one more photo.
Yeah,
here.
So courtesy of Lane Kramer, we have our holiday giveaway, which is a Hot Toys Spider-Man classic suit from the game. And then Small Talk is doing a giveaway of one of the Hasbro Selfie series. I'm not sure the details on that one.
Yeah, so all you have to do is go to the pin post on Auxiliary.
Okay.
And you can enter that way. And it takes 2 seconds. And just comment. That's it. Easy peasy.
Just comment. There you
go. So for Patreon, we have these fine gents to thank. Gene, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, give a huge shout out to the 3 pillars: Sean Fear, Ian CV, Renee Mendes, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Colley, Equan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, Chris Letty, David Jones, Sam Casey, Daminator, Joao Bretta, Thomas Clark, Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Kratt, Big Ol' Fern, King Zach, Caesar Mariquin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomonsky, Rick DeGregorio, The Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Azucena, The Illustrious Rainer, Alad Morgan, Tukathri Watt, Derek B., Eris Portillo, Pablo Meza, Carlos Saavedra, D-Rock, Matt Clevenger, Seth Tucker, CC3PO, Scott Smith, Don Maton, Jimmy James, Stephen Percha, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Stephen Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Chip Parent, Jimmy Hernandez, Gigi the Just Rental, and Brenton Palmer. Yo, what the heck? Why did Gigi say on site? What did I do?
What did you do?
The Uber comment? We weren't even on air when it's...
Well, it's on site apparently. Our November Patreon benefits, we have the Philo sticker and the New This Week sticker. We also have the December one. I don't have a slide for it yet, but this is what that design looks like. Compliments of Manny.
Wow.
And we had a lot of complaints that the wreath didn't say 2022, so we added to the ornament. So very excited for that. It'll be a real neat. It's actually a magnet, so should be able to use it every year forever. Yeah, Patreon starts at $5, goes up to 25 different tiers. The $5 tier is non-physical benefits. $7.50 is where you start getting stickers, which, by the way, today's the last day to sign up for this tier if you want stickers for December, that specific magnet that we just showed. The $15 certified crispy, the figure fix assistance and the certificate, and the 25 with the pogs, and doubles all the stickers we send. Channel members, we got Mojo, Z78, OG Fan, Absolute Irwin, Mark Pearson, DK Avenger, Ben Thomas, OMF Jurek, S Beam, Andres IB, Daminator, Sam Gist, Thomas Clark, Benjamin Hansen, Chris V, Big O Fern, Cram. Let me just start over on this side. OG, Mark Pearson, Ben Thomas, Paul Schreiber, Andrew Gibo, CC3PO, Carlito, CT603, Eddie Mendez, Sia Dreams, Jay Sia, B-Chan, and Fat Batman. I actually got to talk to Fat Batman this week. He was looking for some 3D printed work done, and I'm almost done on his project, and ended up being a pretty cool little
really nice guy
adventure. Yeah. YouTube channel membership starts at 99 cents if you're a Patreon member, or $2.99 if you are not. And we have this great network here. We have Small Talk going live Thursday, John's Collectors Club going live on Friday, and of course After Dark tomorrow at 10:30. So should be a great bit of content for you guys. TeePublic, I think the last day to order for Christmas is right around the corner. So if you're interested in buying a shirt before the holidays, be sure to get those orders in very soon. And John, can you plug the socials, please?
On Facebook, we got Collecting Weekly Auxiliary is our main group. On Instagram, at Collecting Weekly, at Collecting Weekly _clips, and at the _everyday _collector.
Thank you for that. Do we have any shout outs that we want to give, gentlemen, other than our fine chat tonight who kept us company? Love you guys that are in the chat.
Happy birthday to D-Rock. Today's his birthday. So hope you had a happy celebration, buddy. And of course, everyone who tuned in the chat. You guys rock. I think someone said it here, actually. They had mentioned the She-Hulk.
Yeah, I got like a bunch of messages already.
Dyson, we covered it a little bit. We'll probably talk more in depth on next Tuesday.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, shout out to everyone. You guys are great. Like I said, I never thought that we would top 200 anywhere in the world. I also didn't realize it was by country. But to hear that we were able to top 200, anywhere was really neat. And now that we're tracking it actively, we're getting those emails. So as soon as they happen, we'll be able to let the people of the world know. But yeah, it was real cool. Badfish says your headphones are on their last leg, John.
How does he know?
Because
they're really bad. Look, it's
what
horrible.
happened?
I know I've been meaning to do it for weeks, and I just haven't had a chance. I'm sorry, it's pretty bad, and I don't want to use my AirPods because they die mid-show, just in case.
Well, guys, anybody out there wants to get John a Christmas present?
No, I don't. No, I have to do it. I've been meaning to do it. Jesus.
Absolutely.
Badfish, what are you watching me on? Fucking 17K?
Jesus Christ. Dean, do you have any shout outs you want to give?
No. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I will give a shout out. So we have been YouTube's been really pushing different kinds of content and pushing content creators to provide more content, which is crazy because we already provide a lot of content. At any rate, the content that they've really tried to push everyone to produce between now and February is shorts content. So those are like the 60-second, 15-second clips, sort of like TikTok, I guess. And they've been like emailing all the creators like several times a week. So we with some advice from some of our friends, Riley, shout out to Riley and Ben, we've started producing shorts content. So you'll probably see that once or twice a day. It'll just be like a quick little video of a figure. And I wanted to apologize in advance if it blows up your phone, but it does help out the channel a lot. We've seen a lot of really good results with it, and new subscribers to the channel eventually can turn into new people in the chat. So we're really excited to see kind of what that means for us in the future. But I think we've always been about diversifying our content. We're one of the few YouTube channels that also does audio feeds, and this is like just a new thing for us. So I apologize in advance if it is a little bit annoying, but I think it is for the greater good of the channel, and hopefully you guys will stick around and be here for that. But that's it. A vote for the awards. The bonus code for today for the Spider-Man giveaway was cardboard. And next show, we're not gonna talk any news next Tuesday, so it'll be the award show. So it'll be all the awards. But yeah, That's it.
Beautiful.
Anyone? I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
And I'm John.
We'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye.